Hey, as soon as I find the right thing, we're gonna start. Oh yeah, we'll be right back. I got it right.
Wow.
I did the 3, 2, 1 thing in my head. Hi, Jack.
Hey, Frank, how's it going?
It's pretty good. I couldn't find an opening act for tonight, so we're just gonna have to go ahead.
Oh man,
I know.
I guess the other Jack will survive. I suppose, huh?
Oh, he's here on time. Look at that.
Oh, well, see, that's not.
I didn't need an opening act. Thanks, Jack, for being
good.
here. We
I was
appreciate
worried.
it. I was getting worried. I was sweating that he wouldn't show up. So, how are you, Jack?
I'm good. Had a busy
All
weekend.
of the Jacks.
Yeah.
How are you? All of the Jacks.
I'm good. Had a busy weekend. Did some gigs. Hey,
Yeah.
Charles, how are you?
Hey guys. Hi, Charles.
And had some gigs. Did a private. Did you do any good gigs this weekend, Jack? Nothing too exciting. Watched some stuff last week. Trying to catch up.
Yeah, me too.
On some things, but I was so busy the last week that I really didn't have time to watch as much stuff as usual. I'm psyched for getting to see Shang-Chi this week. Shang-Chi, sorry.
Is it Shang?
It's Shang.
Oh, is it
the
this
whole
week?
thing?
Is it this week?
Yeah, it's Thursday night.
Shit, I gotta get tickets for that.
You do. You cannot see it on Disney Plus.
After
45 days, it's going to be on Disney Plus for free.
Oh, wow. After 45 days, I can't talk about it anymore because we'll be spoiled to hell.
Yeah, but they're not doing a premium thing this time.
That's weird.
This is their experiment to determine whether theatrical only. Because one of the things that happened to Black Widow is the same thing that happened to Wonder Woman 84.
It sucked? No, wait.
Wow. No. No. Is that the minute that it gets released on digital, it's just pirated everywhere.
Yeah.
So that happened to them. And maybe we'll talk about what Patty Jenkins had to say about that kind of stuff.
Oh, I can get that. I can get that unless you have it. I didn't.
Right, that's a good plan. If you wait till day 46,
it's good. It's
good. Then it's just part of what you probably don't pay or paid once and haven't had to pay in 2 years to Disney Plus.
You know what? You can watch it day one at home still too. Are you kidding?
I mean, we don't condone that.
I don't know
producers of content ourselves.
I don't know anything about that. I would never suggest anyone did do that.
No. How about you? How was your weekend, Frank?
It was quiet. I didn't feel good this weekend. Don't have the COVID. Just didn't feel good. Yeah, just one of them. Let's be lazy. Didn't go out nowhere. Didn't go do anything. Literally stayed in all weekend.
Sounds really exciting.
It was nice.
There's just a lot of Destiny.
There's some Destiny. Tara got murdered in Sons of Anarchy. Gemma killed her with a fork.
Oh, it's disappointing.
Yeah, it's like the 4th or 5th time I've seen that.
I mean, by that point, I think Tara kind of deserved it.
No, she was on her way to coming back whatever. It's a whole thing. When we do our Sons of Anarchy rewatch show, we can talk about it then.
Oh yeah, that sounds great.
Never.
You and Brett can do one.
Yes. I was being lazy, I that's what I do. There was some sad news this weekend though.
There was
Ed Asner passed away.
Yeah, which is a real shame. I mean, he bucket full of win. I mean, he wasn't a young man.
No, he had 417 actor credits.
And he was 91, I believe, right?
Yeah, man, he was really old. Like, I mean, but he was like still. I mean, he was in Cobra Kai recently. He was.
I forgot. He was Johnny's stepdad.
Yeah, I didn't remember that either at first. I I mean, I could go through his list. There's just but he's like been in so much stuff.
He was the bad guy in Toy Story 3, right?
Yes, I want to say.
Maybe I might be wrong about that. That might have been Ned Beatty. It was Ned Beatty.
Oh, okay. But he was. I mean, he was in so much stuff. I remember him. I mean, I'm going to date myself as old, obviously, but I remember him from Mary Tyler Moore.
You're not that old, Frank.
I'm not old.
All right.
That's old.
It's on in the 60s.
I know, but I remember the reruns. Oh, you didn't mean I'm not that old, as in, oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I am that old. You know he was in the Batman, the animated series?
Who's he, the mayor?
From 92 to 94?
Yeah.
Ronald Daggett?
I don't know.
Ronald and Roland Daggett, actually.
Oh. Oh, was he Tweedledee and Tweedledum?
I guess I'm just like flicking.
Maybe, I wonder.
I'm just flicking through his thing, and I'm like just kind of glancing as I flick down to see. He was in Highway to Heaven for an episode.
Oof. Wow, you're really, really digging.
He was in the TV series Lou Grant. 77 to 82. It's in my wheelhouse.
Wait, there was a TV show based on his character from the Mary Tyler Moore Show?
Yep, they did that back then.
No, I know. But I don't remember the Lou Grant. I mean, I remember... Yeah. See, I was right after that. I remember the Three's Company stretch, so I remember the Ropers.
Yep. So he was
supposed to be the big draw for Three's Company.
Right.
And then he got his own spinoff.
Yeah, so he was Lou Grant in the Mary Tyler Moore Show from 70 to 77, and then from 77 to 82, he was Lou Grant in the Lou Grant Show.
Huh.
That's some pretty good shit right there for him.
Anything spin off of the Lou Grant Show? Do we know?
I don't believe anything.
Like, is it still on the air somehow?
It probably Nick at Night, like Brett said.
Yeah, but I mean, like, did it spin off into something else? Where like the Hogan family spun out of Valerie?
No, I don't think it's spun out into anything else. Not that I'm aware of.
Interesting.
But yeah, I mean, he was in a lot of stuff. I mean, R.I.P. to him. Like, what a hell of a career. He was acting up to the very end. I think he's still got a bunch of stuff like trickling out still too.
I'm sure he has the new season of Cobra Kai.
Maybe I didn't see.
It's already filmed.
It is. It's filmed, and they already got a big up for season 5 already, or season 4's coming out. Season 4 is coming out this December, and they already said before season 4 is even released, they're like, "Here you go, have a 5th season."
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it's the prime release slot for Netflix too. Is December.
Right, and it's okay for Netflix to do that because technically this is only the 2nd season on Netflix, so they'll cancel it after 5.
Which tracks for Netflix.
Right, every 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm sure none of these guys are asking for all the monies.
No, probably not. They're just happy to be working.
And the kids are getting all sorts of stuff. I mean, there's some big casting news coming out of that.
Well, what's his name? What's the
Jamie?
Kid's name? Jamie. Which one's Jamie?
I don't know. Is that his name?
No, Tyler. You're thinking of. God damn it! I gotta look it up. Now you're talking about the movie He's All That, right?
No.
Oh.
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. Well, there's that. I mean,
I was going a little more on brand, but that's fine. No, my wife watched He's All That. Did you didn't watch it this weekend?
Not watch it. I actually paused on it for a minute, and then I was like, nah, I can't watch that. Tanner Buchanan is his name.
Yeah, that's not who I meant. He is wants to be Damian Wayne, I think, or Nightwing, one of those in a movie.
Yeah.
But the guy
Go ahead, I got
that he fights. Who's the guy who's the
mentor? Zolo Miguel, the guy that plays Miguel?
Miguel, that's
okay. I know his first name is Zolo.
He is apparently in talks to get cast as Jamie Reyes, who is Blue Beetle.
Oh, okay.
Which is the Blue Beetle that we saw in Smallville, not Ted Kord Blue Beetle. That is the more traditional one before they introduced Jamie.
Yeah, I see it on his IMDb page. It just says pre-production.
Yeah, so I mean that's a big deal. That's going to be a
who's got that?
Who's got what?
Who's got that show?
HBO Max.
What is it? Okay. Oh, that's right. It's DC. Right?
It's DC. That's why I was in Smallville. I don't know if you ever saw Smallville. I don't know if you knew this. Michael
I-
Rosenbaum played Lex Luthor in Smallville.
I'm gonna say I heard there was a casting, and Michael Rosenbaum got the role back in the 2000 aughts.
20 years ago.
Was it aught? 20 aughts?
Right? Didn't they just have their? It is the aughts.
They did.
Did he just have his thing for 20 years?
He probably did. He probably talked a little bit about Smallville and Lex Luthor.
But that's I thought that was pretty exciting news from there, and I think some of the guys were just in town by us for the horror convention like 2 weeks ago.
Yes, Jackie McBride still goes to that.
Yeah, Zapka and
she got her picture taken with Zapka,
and with the sensei, John.
Yes.
What's his name?
Reese.
Yes.
In the show.
Yes.
I don't know his real name.
Which I don't. I was looking to see if the kid was going to come back from Karate Kid 3. It's not in his credits. Cobra Kai 3 is not in his credits.
But he's supposed to be in this season. I know who you're talking about. Sean
Cannon or McCannon
Sean Kanan, yeah. But no, he's not in the thing. But the rumor was it not him? It was the other guy, the one with the ponytail.
It's the other guy that was rumored. Kanan was his student.
His protege. Yeah, it's the guy, Thomas Ian Griffin. Is confirmed for 10 episodes. I'm looking here. Terry Silver's back. Yeah. Hopefully, the acting is a lot better than it was in Karate Kid 3.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
That was really terrible.
Is he growing back the ponytail and gonna rock the Steven Seagal look?
If he does, it would be epic.
Because I was flipping through the channels the other day and caught a Steven Seagal movie where for no reason he was at like a crime scene wearing a gi.
Which one?
I don't know. I don't remember. But for some reason he was wearing like the traditional gi just on the street for no reason. And at like a beret.
Right, that's Steven Seagal. That's casual attire.
But he wasn't on a train or a boat, so I don't think it was Under Siege.
Maybe it is Above the Law.
It might have been Above the Law.
It's one of the best ones.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that the one where he went in the coma?
No. That was hold on.
Because I remember seeing that in the movie theater.
That was one of my favorite movies growing up. Let me tell you which one that was. Hold on. That was Marked for Death.
Marked for
Death. Even have that or Hard to Kill. I'm sorry. Hard to Kill. Mason Storm.
There you go. I feel like we need to have a rewatch of that.
I'm in.
And live tweet it.
I'm all in.
All right.
Above the Law, he was Nico Toscani.
Yeah, so let's figure out where that's streaming. We'll mark that on your calendars, kids.
So from 82 to 95, he was like the man.
That seems way too long.
Yeah, it was. Well, he had Above the Law in 88. He had Hard to Kill in 90, Marked for Death in 90, Out for Justice in 91, Under Siege in 92, and then it went downhill from there to On Deadly
When was
Ground.
Under Siege 2?
Under Siege 2 Dark Territory was 1995.
Okay, that would be the end. That was the one on the boat where he was the chef on the boat.
Well, he was in Under Siege as the boat. Under Siege 2 was the train. Under Siege was the one with Erica Elniak.
All right.
Yes, and he gathered all the cooks up, and they were.
Yeah, I had it flipped. All right.
Yes,
I thought the boat was the second one.
No.
So Speed 2 was based off Under Siege. Got it.
Correct. He actually was in Executive Decisions, the one with Kurt Russell, I think it was, right?
Decision.
And he got Decision. I was looking at his name. There's an S in his name, and he died in like the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
After that, it's been all downhill. He was in an episode of Roseanne.
I mean, he's become a big Putin supporter too. So.
Well, okay.
Yeah, he's kind of gone out there the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So, but in honor of the old days, I think we'll set a Hard to Kill watch party.
I'm 1,000%. Brett's probably going to be in for that because I know he's a big Seagal fan back in the old days.
Sweet.
Or at least pretended to be.
We'll figure out how to live stream tweet something like that. That'll be fun.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. We mentioned last week Jungle Cruise 2. It's officially now. It's officially moving forward.
Clearly The Rock is bored.
He's got a WrestleMania coming up. He's got to come back for.
Oh, is he coming back now? Is he gonna fight? What's his name?
Allegedly, he's gonna fight the family. The tribe.
That's exciting.
Well, I mean, they're cousins in real life.
But he can't lose. How do you do that?
John Cena lost.
Yeah, but I don't know that it's built into John Cena's contract that he can't lose.
No, I think The Rock's never allowed to lose a fight, even when he's the captain of a riverboat. He still has to win.
I mean, look, he and Statham back and forth, right? Neither one was allowed to lose a fight when they fought.
That's a weird thing to have two guys with the same It's weird.
I'm pretty sure Diesel has the same thing in his. So.
Yeah, but didn't he beat The Rock in their Fast and the Furious movie?
Wouldn't have been allowed to. Not in a fight.
He had him down on the ground, and he was about to beat his ass with a wrench.
I don't know. They're your movies.
The screams of his sister stopped them. Yes, but Jungle Cruise 2 is moving forward with the same writer, same director. All the cast is coming back for the most part, except one guy. I forget who they said, but one guy might not come back. Hasn't said yes or no yet.
He'll sign that check. He'll be okay.
Yeah, all 15 producers are coming back as well. It's going to be a good time for them.
I'm sure.
There's a lot of producers in that movie.
All of them are related to Dwayne Johnson, so it's okay.
Or have had some past sexual relation with him, as his Danny Garcia was his wife.
Yeah.
Too much?
No.
Oh, good. Expendables. Remember we were talking about that last week too, about how it was rumored?
And we were just talking about Statham.
Here we go again. Expendables 4, ready to go.
Nice. They're not getting a spinoff? It's not a spinoff of somebody?
Nope. Stallone, Dolph Lundgren, and Randy Couture are 100% coming back. And they're adding 3 new people. They're going to add Tony Jaa. Jaa. He's a martial artist.
Okay.
50 Cent.
No.
Curtis Jackson.
Yeah. He's actually a pretty good actor.
Yeah. And there has to be a female. Megan Fox.
No.
Yes.
What? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
where's
know
the old people? They should have gotten Linda Hamilton.
That would have been awesome. But only the 3 original. They've been all 3 movies. Sly, Dolph, and Randy.
Yeah.
They don't have any other cast yet, but that's all I have at the moment.
I don't know who else. Who wasn't in the Expendables yet that really should stick Seagal?
What? No, he wasn't.
They
got Bruce. They got Arnold. They got even Chuck Norris. They have pretty much gotten almost every single. Oh, they got Wesley Snipes.
Did they?
Yeah, he was in the last one.
Oh, I gotta watch the last one again. I don't remember that one.
Last one wasn't that bad. So yeah, that's moving forward. That's good news, right?
And they got Bruce Willis was in one of those.
Bruce Willis was in one.
Oh, that's the one that had everybody for like 2 minutes, right?
Yes, those little quick cameos.
That's
Arnold was in it for a little bit longer.
He's been in a couple too, hasn't he?
Yeah, and Chuck Norris was like kind of a walk-through cameo.
Yeah.
Like they were in the middle. They were in some old like rundown town in the middle of nowhere, and all of a sudden, just Chuck Norris in a cowboy hat comes walking up, and you just kind of look at the screen and go, "Okay, what are you gonna do?"
Maybe we can start getting into the '90s some more, like mid '90s. Get some of those guys.
Who
were the old but not quite so old?
Woody Harrelson.
He wasn't an action star yet.
No.
I don't know. We'll think about it. That should be one of your lists.
Oh, 90s action stars?
Who got top people who have not been in an Expendables movie yet?
Oh, that's good. Jesse Ventura.
Oh.
There you go.
That is good. Speaking of that, was Carl Weathers in one yet?
Oh, that's actually a good idea to look that up.
All right, well, we'll work on that for our next list.
I like that. I haven't done a really good list lately.
No, so let's make a note of that. Jack, take a memo if you're still here.
Yeah, Jack will remind me. What else I got here? Resident Evil. Welcome to Raccoon City.
Yeah, is that finally out? Did I miss it?
Nope, November 24th. But the director said this is a full-fledged horror movie.
That's fantastic. Is my girl in it? Well,
I'll tell you who's in it. This will be an origin story set in 1998 Raccoon City. The ensemble is also filled with actors playing original characters from the games. including Chris Redfield will be played by Robbie Amell. I like Robbie. I'm a fan of Robbie. Let me get the other page here because my let's see, who do we got here? We got Jill Valentine will be Hannah John Kamen. Not as familiar with her. Claire Redfield will be Kaya Scodelario.
Great job.
Yeah, thank you. William Birkin, Neil McDonough.
We like Neil McDonough.
Love Neil. Love him. Albert Wesker is Tom Hopper.
Neil McDonough is also coming back somewhere else soon. We might talk about him again.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. Just a couple more. I'll give you Chief Brian Irons. That'll be Donald Logue from
we like him.
Gotham, and also from a short stint in Sons of Anarchy.
He was.
Yes, he was.
Still, his comedy show he was on first is still my favorite.
Oh, I didn't even know he was on a comedy show.
Oh my god. I'll have to figure out what that was called. It was fantastic though.
Oh, okay. Leon S. Kennedy will be played by Avon Jogiel, and Ada Wong will be played by Lily Gao.
Okay.
I believe those are some of the more original characters from the game.
Apparently, he was also in Blade, because that's the first thing that pops up when you look at him.
Donald?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So yeah, so that's coming November 24th. So you haven't right around Thanksgiving for you. You ditched the wife and kids, and
but the girls, what's her name's not in it though? Mia Jovovich.
No, they moved on from her. Totally.
But she was in Monster Hunter instead this year, which I think is the same movie. Grounded for Life.
Kind of is. Oh, I've heard of that.
Well, I mean, it was on from 2001 to 2005.
Right. Another.
I'm trying to think. There's nobody that really did a lot after that.
No.
Except for Megan Price, the chick that played his wife. There's then Rules of Engagement and a plethora of other movies as the wife. She was also on The Ranch or something.
The Ranch, like the Ashton Kutcher one.
Yeah.
Oh, I watched a lot of that. Not all
you'd
of
recognize. She was the wife from that other show.
Oh, okay. Another show that we saw that had ended prematurely, not Lovecraft Country, of course, but Manifest. Manifest is season 4 at Netflix.
Manifest is getting season 4.
They're actually bumping them up $1 million an episode, and the cast is getting a complete raise.
That's great. Well, they also only have to pay him for 20 episodes in one season.
Right. So the episodes are going up. They're $4 million an episode for Manifest. So they're getting a bump to 5.
I know you haven't watched.
I will.
But this next season is going to be like world traveling.
Yeah, now that they're going to tie it up, I didn't want to watch something that doesn't end. I don't like that open ending,
Yeah, I mean
finale.
It definitely deserves it. I'm psyched that it got the extra season to wrap up. Like I said, I thought it held my interest. For all 3 seasons and kept the story progressing. It's starting to get a little weird, so we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, well, Lost did the same thing though. Lost got a little weird.
Yeah, well, you have to.
Lost got a lot weird.
Yeah, I mean we have no giant statues or a man in black yet, or smoke monster. Well, there's been smoke monsters, so
really?
No man in black yet. Oh yeah.
Well, in 3 weeks, I'll have something really fun to talk about for me. On September 8th, I say 3 weeks because it'll be our show after September 8th. September 8th will be Star Trek Day 2021. We're celebrating the 55th anniversary of the Star Trek franchise as a whole.
Is that all?
Yeah, it seems like longer. It feels like longer sometimes.
I feel like Shatner's older than that.
Shatner is.
No, but I mean, like Shatner was not an old man when he started on there.
No, he's a young man. 55 years. It's back in the 60s.
I know.
Yeah. So Star Trek Day will air live. It'll be all virtual panels. Be air live from the Skirball Cultural Center in Los Angeles. Will be hosted by Shut Up Will Wheaton and Mika Burton. And it will feature back-to-back in-person conversations with various stars and creatives from the Star Trek universe, as well as legacy moments, announcements, and surprises. So they have a handful of panels that are. So the first one will be Star Trek Prodigy.
Okay.
With the series voice cast including Brett Gray, D. Bradley Baker, and executive producers, and one of the directors.
D. Bradley Baker is everybody's voice.
The Star Trek Prodigy is the cartoon that will feature Captain Janeway, Kate Mulgrew's return. Then they will
voiced
have
by D. Bradley Baker, I'm betting.
No, actually, Kate Mulgrew is going to.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Star Trek Discovery. They're going to have a panel. They're about to drop season 4, and they're going to start production on season 5 soon. They're going to have series stars Wilson Cruz, Blue Del Barrio, and Ian Alexander. They added Tig Notaro 2 seasons ago, I think they did. She's phenomenal in the show. She's phenomenal. Her dry humor is like really good.
Did they couldn't spring for Sonequa Martin Green again?
Not for the panel, but she is now, spoilers, she's now the captain of the Discovery. Her journey has come full circle. Yeah, then they're going to have a Star Trek Strange New Worlds panel. I'm really, really looking forward to this one. Strange New Worlds is the Captain Pike series. So it's going to be Anson Mount will be on this panel, who is Christopher Pike, Rebecca Romaine, who is number 1, and Ethan Peck, who plays Mr. Spock. And then they'll be joined by a couple of the showrunners. That show's actually dropping soon too. So that's a.
What about the Orville? Are they going to have anybody from the Orville there?
They're not going to have the Orville, I don't think. They're going to have Star Trek Lower Decks panel with a couple of the cast, voice cast, Noelle Wells and Eugene Cordero. I think Noelle Wells is the main voice actress. I don't remember.
Possible, I don't know.
Then a Picard.
I'm behind on anything on Paramount.
I'm very behind on the Lower Decks thing. Then Picard. They're going to have a Picard. Patrick Stewart, Jerry Ryan, and a couple of the showrunners. And then they're going to have a live performance from Issa Brion singing Blue Skies, which was featured in the Picard finale.
I like that song.
It's a very good song. And John Delancey's back for this season as Q.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
And I just had Jerry Ryan just guest start on my my latest Psych episode during my rewatch of that show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Everybody guest starred on Psych. It was great. It was such a good show.
And then the last one's going to be the Roddenberry Legacy panel, featuring a conversation with Gene Roddenberry's son and the CEO of the Roddenberry Entertainment, Rod Roddenberry, alongside Gates McFadden, who played Dr. Crusher.
Yeah. Good old Bev.
LeVar Burton, little Geordi.
Yeah.
And George Takei.
Not the host of Jeopardy.
Not the host of Jeopardy, LeVar Burton at the moment.
I tried to catch up more on my Jeopardy rewatch.
Yeah.
Joe Buck was actually really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if he's not talking about Philadelphia sports, Joe Buck is actually a decent announcer.
As long as, Artie Lang's not talking to him.
Yeah, that doesn't go well, does it?
No, do you remember that?
Not really.
Oh,
no.
Joe Buck had a talk show on HBO.
Right.
It lasted about 3 episodes. The second episode, Artie Lang was a guest.
I can assume that did not go well.
And lost his mind on Joe Buck.
Really?
You have to look it up. It's
I'll
amazing.
Have to look that up. Yeah.
Lost his mind on Joe Buck.
Oh, nice.
And the show was canceled like an episode later.
Oh, shit.
It was all over the news. It was crazy what happened.
I'll probably remember.
Like Joe Buck asked them to cut the camera like multiple times, and they just kept going.
the director's probably back there going, yeah.
Oh, it was rough.
So that's all the Star Trek stuff. In the Star Wars world. Star Wars.
Say that 3 times fast.
Star Wars world. Star Wars world. Star Wars world. I can't pronounce names right, but I can say that decently fast. The Book of Boba Fett's coming out soon. Very soon.
It is.
No date yet, but Robert Rodriguez directed a lot of the episodes, and he was quoted in an interview with Collider saying, I can't say anything about it at all right now, but it's coming out in December. That's when it's coming out. Wait until you see what's coming. It's going to blow your mind. That's all I can say. I can talk it up all I want because I know it over delivers. It way over delivers. People are going to be so pumped when they see it. That's a lot of hype for his show there.
I don't know about you, but I don't have any expectations of the show.
I don't. I'm
Which is a
hyped up about
wonderful
it.
thing in today's world.
I'm excited because it's Star Wars content, and we're not getting any Star Wars content right now. Like there's like nothing. It's just this is coming, this is coming, this is coming.
Right. And what's still great about Star Wars in general is like, I'm not steeped in all this extra lore that they wrote. Unlike the comic books where like all the stories they're trying to base this stuff off of and all these character origins, I already read them all. So I know them all. So when they decide that they need to play with them and tweak them, it doesn't make sense to me. And I just don't get it half the time. But with Star Wars, like, I think that's the beauty of these. Like, I had no expectations for The Mandalorian.
No.
And any expectations I did, it's going to be about this. It wasn't about anything that I thought it was going to be about.
No, they could do a couple recap episodes.
Yeah. The same thing with Boba. Like, I have zero expectations of, it's going to be, I don't know.
Just be entertaining to me.
It's got Rodriguez, though, so it's going to have a lot of cool action.
Yep.
And that's all I know, and that's fun.
And then Mando season 3 is shooting now, I believe. I think they finally were able to.
They've been shooting. Apparently, Pascal has not been there yet.
No, he's got a first. I don't know. I forget the terminology, but he's filming The Last of Us with HBO. I think has The Last
HBO
of Us?
Max, but it's like an 18-month shoot.
Right, and they have him first. So whatever they say, the contract he signed with them, he has to do. So if he can't get time away to come and shoot The Mandalorian, they're not going to be able to have him out of the mask. And apparently there was rumors from rumor sites, they were going to have him out of the mask more this season.
And I'm fine with them not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care if he just voices his lines in a closet and sends them in. He's the one getting paid. I think he's getting paid like $600,000 an episode. And if he's not there,
it makes even less sense
whatever
having him when he takes his mask off with just a mustache. Anyway, because he never takes it off. It should be like this crazy beard.
Yeah.
But I mean, technically he's an alien, so maybe he's an alien of the mustache race. I don't know.
If he's without the mask or with the mask, honestly, I don't care. I enjoy the show for what it is.
Yeah, whatever the direction it's going to take, it's definitely going to be different next season. Yes. But there's also talks about the next season is going to tell you more about Luke.
Right.
And they did drop the behind the scenes part 2 for Mandalorian for the season.
I just started watching that thing on the finale. With I haven't quite gotten to the how they hid him part yet. I did. Peyton Reed told them how, like in the script, it was how it was written in the script when he first got the script. It was written as Plu Khan.
Yeah, who's Dave Filoni's favorite character?
Right, and
they did it. It wasn't just written in the script; they did concept art.
Yep, they made
a full mask on stage.
Yeah, from what I read, they had him come to the set in that, and it was Mark Hamill under it.
Yeah. They did a lot to try and make it look that way, which is kind of interesting. And Mark Hamill, once he read the script, was like all in. It's a pretty neat documentary. It's fun. They do get into deep fakes and how that technology has come across and where it's going, which is pretty neat too.
I saw a little bit of that. I think I have about 25 minutes left of it. I'll probably finish it sometime this month.
That's bold.
Yeah.
Well, there's only like 28 hours or so left, right?
I said that. I was trying to be funny. Also rumored to appear in The Mandalorian season 3 is Cad Bane, bounty hunter.
Yeah, I don't know if I need Cad Bane in live action, but
no, there's no rumor of who to play him. But somebody, one of the
it won't matter.
No, one of the sites I read said Timothy Olyphant would have been perfect as that. I'm like, he was perfect at what he was. He basically played as Justified. He played Raylan Givens.
Yeah, I mean, which is basically what Cad Bane is, honestly.
Right. Yeah,
I mean, and to be fair, you could still have it be Timothy Olyphant,
right?
Because it's all like CGI or practical effects.
You gotta have just a voice out of them, and yeah. But
But I mean, he was in Bad Batch, so it makes sense. They always keep him relevant. He was hugely popular.
Yeah.
From the Clone Wars. I would think they would pull him into Boba. Because there was a stretch when I feel like he was part of the crew that ran with Boba in the Clone Wars.
Man, yeah, but him and Fennec Shaw. They don't get along too well.
That's fine. All the more fun. I wonder if we get Asajj Ventress.
Maybe that's who. Maybe they did. I'm actually assuming it's Mandalorian 3. Maybe it is actually Book of Boba Fett, and he's in that. It would make a little bit more sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the things they touched on in the documentary. Jon Favreau was like, they got a lot of stuff. Like they got Rosario as Ahsoka, and they got one of the other things. Like we didn't release any of that. Right. He's like, but it all just came out. He's like, somehow the big one never got released.
Yeah, that's really shocking that didn't come out, and because they knew about that for a long time too.
Before season 1 finished, they went to him with the script.
Yeah, I mean that's some deep planning. I'm excited though. It's Star Wars stuff, and again, we haven't seen enough Star Wars stuff, and hopefully I get a what's the guy's name? I can't think of who Oscar Isaacs played.
Poe Dameron?
Yeah, what a Poe Dameron series with Oscar Isaacs.
No. Get Jake Johansson.
Who?
The Oscar Isaac lookalike.
Oh, anybody but Oscar
Stumptown and New Girl.
Anybody but Oscar Isaacs.
Yeah, and I mean, make him play Poe Dameron. Nobody would know. Nobody will have an idea.
Over in the DC universe, our favorite DC show is running towards a crossover. See what I did there? See what I did there?
I did.
It was good.
It's good. I'm going
to be a moment. So the Flash season 8, the Flash season 8 is going to give us a huge crossover when the show kicks off in November. November is a pretty big month for stuff.
I have a question about definition of crossover that I'll get to.
Well, I bet you I explain it with this little blurb here. The crossover is being done entirely on Flash because of COVID-19 restrictions.
Nope.
Okay. Not. The format of the crossover is going to be called Armageddon. Will also be different from past Arrowverse crossovers. Each of the first 5 episodes of the Flash. The first 5 episodes of season 8 of the Flash will likely feature only 1 or 2 guest stars because of the COVID-19 protocol measures. Therefore, unlike Crisis on Infinite Earths, it's doubtful that fans will be able to see all of the superheroes assembled the way Crisis ended, and with the Justice League standing together. Actually, I don't mind them doing like 2 person episodes with the guests because you might get a little bit more depth.
It's more fun. Make it a World's Finest.
Right?
So much, or Brave and the Bold. So much more fun.
But so appearing in the crossover event, we're gonna have Jackson Pierce as Black Lightning.
Yep.
We're gonna have Ray Palmer's coming back as the Atom.
Yep.
You don't sound so happy yet.
I'm gonna be intrigued to see where in his storyline they pull him from.
Mia Queen's coming back as the future Green Arrow. Very excited. Ryan Wilder's coming as Batwoman.
Okay.
Alex Danvers is coming.
You'll finally get to hear his Batwoman.
Huh?
You'll finally get to see her as Batwoman.
I will finally. Alex Danvers is Sentinel. Ryan Choi.
Yeah.
Is going to be there, and the rumor is that the Atom mantle is going to be passed in this in their episode to Ryan Choi.
Adam the right way.
Eobard Thawne will be back.
Yeah.
As Reverse Flash, it'd be Matt Cavanaugh.
Tom Cavanaugh.
I saw Matt on my screen somewhere. And Damien Dark's coming back.
Well, so that makes total sense. If you're caught up on Legends at all.
I don't know. No, I'm not caught up on Legends.
But last year, not this year.
Yes.
Because the Atom is married to Damien's daughter.
Correct.
So it makes sense for Damien Dark to come back.
Right. I don't know.
And I bet Nora will appear as well.
I don't know the basis of the Armageddon storyline.
So I don't know if they're going to touch it, but back to my original question.
Yes.
So I don't know if you can call it a mega crossover event when only one of the people in the crossover is on another show.
That would be Batwoman.
Yes.
You're not going to have there was no mention of Superman and Lois at this point in time.
I mean, and Black Lightning's done.
Correct.
Supergirl is done.
Correct.
Brandon Routh is off Legends of Tomorrow.
Correct.
Neil McDonough is off all the shows.
Correct.
It's not really a crossover except for Batwoman, which is whatever.
It's a mega crossover.
She's in her last season.
Are they? Are they done in?
Season 3, they're going to be done.
Oh, that's a mega crossover, though.
Apparently. I don't know about that. So the original Armageddon storyline was actually told through a miniseries, Armageddon, as well as it was an annuals.
Was it did it say Armageddon at the top of the date?
Armageddon 2001.
I have a bunch of those.
Not 2001. Yeah, 2001 because it was a 10-year time jump.
I have a bunch of those comics. I actually know what this is now.
Yeah. Kinda. So the principle of this was there's a character called Wave Rider, which is the name of the ship in Legends of Tomorrow, which was a cute pun 7 years ago when they started. But the character Wave Rider comes back from the future and says, in 10 years, one of Earth's mightiest heroes is going to go to the dark side and become a bad guy and turn against all of you. So the cool thing with what Armageddon did is, so this Wave Rider character now goes through the entire DC universe. When he comes in contact with somebody, he can see your future. So he went through touching all these different heroes, and you would see all of them 10 years later.
Right. I do remember this. I do have a handful of these comics.
So Barry Allen wasn't in DC at that point. It was Wally West.
Right.
So Wally West got touched, and he had, a home with 2 kids, and he had retired because his kids, while they, the one had super speed, and I know because I just read this like 2 months ago, hadn't developed the heat resistance that a Flash has. Because when you run that fast, if you don't have something absorbing all the heat, you get crazy burns.
Mm-hmm.
So he couldn't be a hero anymore because he couldn't let his kid know, so he could be around his kid to keep him from running too fast all the time.
Right.
That was one. There was like a Teen Titans one where they went into the future, but they went into the future with all of them. It was an interesting series.
Okay.
So we'll see what their take is on that.
We're not getting another evil Superman, are we? Because I'm so tired of evil Superman.
No, there's no crossover with that one because it's an active show.
Oh, good. I don't need evil. I don't need Superman to be. I don't need my Superman to be bad again.
No. I did see some other Supergirl news.
It's canceled
for the finale.
Oh, I have not even caught up, but whatever. Go for it.
No. Just you're getting Jimmy Olsen, you're getting Wynn, and you're getting Mon-El, Chris Woods are all coming back.
Chris Woods, I saw, yes.
But you're getting all of her boyfriends over the years are all coming back.
Super they. I'll be interested to see. I'll see if it catches my attention.
Yeah.
Because right now none of them are catching my attention.
No, Legends is super fun. Finale's next week.
Yeah,
they did a lot of really good stuff with John Constantine's storyline this season.
I saw like I know what I guess is going to happen, but without knowing what's going to happen.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right. The last 2 things I have are Marvel things.
Okay.
The Spider-Man trailer has broken all kinds of records.
It did. For the most part, broke Endgame even.
It did. We talked about what I saw a little bit of week before, and it was right because I think it was the very next day they released the trailer.
Yeah.
So I'm going to run through this little thing here that touches on some points of the trailer. What did you think of the trailer? We'll go there first. What do you think?
I thought it was cool. I think it's weird what they're doing with Doctor Strange. I don't get this take on the character.
Is it Doctor Strange?
Oh, that's what a lot of rumors are, right?
Yeah, one of the things I read said that in his first fight with them, because the character's noticeably different. In the first fight on Earth, he held back because he was protecting the Time Stone. When they were on Thanos' planet Titan, he knew what was going to happen, so he let go and was playing a little bit more offensive. and now he's at the height of his powers, and he just basically thinks he can do whatever the hell he wants with no consequences.
Yeah, but I mean, we also see him, and one of the things was so in the two of the most powerful sorcerers in the world can't fix the skylight that was broken 6 years ago.
It's
and there's that. It's all iced over. I mean, he's wearing like loungewear.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It is. The interplay between the two of them is fun, though.
And yeah, it is. I mean, look, Tom Holland's great and can play off anybody. And it's nice to see Benedict Cumberbatch get the chance to play off somebody younger than him, because typically it's not that way.
So in the trailer, the first scene, there's a Steve Ditko homage. He is the creator of Peter Parker.
He was the artist.
Yes. So there's art on the wall or behind them where they're laying on the thing. There's in white spray paint. It says Ditko.
Mm-hmm.
The little interplay between the two of them, where she's reading a story about him and says that he has like superpowers, and he's like, "Oh, stop it!" And she's like, "Yes, my spider overlord." Like that was cute. I enjoyed that. They're the way they're positioned on the roof is a little kind of mirrored towards Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst a little bit.
Okay.
Where they're laying on the web looking up at the stars.
Yeah, it's been a couple decades since I watched the original trilogy.
Same thing. There's another rumor that when he's being interrogated in the room, one of the things is saying that the person in the white shirt with the black tie could be Matt Murdock when he slams.
I heard that.
Yeah, that might be a stretch, I think, for that. There's what else I'm looking for?
We had the Green Goblin bomb that came through.
I was going down to that. I was skipping past a lot of this little stuff, like Ned and Aunt May get questioned. And then
I'm intrigued if they put Ned in like a fat suit to start.
Yeah, he lost a ton of weight.
Yeah. Rumors is that he's going to be a bad guy in this one, because once nobody remembers who Peter is. Spoilers if you didn't see the trailer. That's what Peter's trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
I want everybody to forget I'm Spider-Man. So now what happens to everything for all the people that knew that he was Spider-Man, which is Aunt May, MJ, Ned, the Avengers.
Yeah.
Everybody. Because Marvel's not big on secret identities.
No. Doctor Strange in the Sanctum is drinking from a mug that reads, "Oh, for fuck's sake." Could be a cute play on something, or could be nothing at all.
It could be one of those two things, yeah.
The spell thing was hilarious because he keeps talking to him while he's casting a spell. I thought that's very in with that character. The way he just doesn't shut up and he keeps going and going and going.
It is.
I enjoyed that a lot. They messed with the multiverse. So what I don't understand is, did he make it worse? Did he where does this fit in with all the multiverse stuff that's going on?
Well, and why does he feel that he's fine to break all the rules?
Well, because I think he thinks he's indestructible now.
Well, yeah, but why?
Because I don't know yet.
Right, like he's obviously been back on Earth for a year.
Yeah.
So now we're going to time jump past all the other series.
Right.
But maybe there'll be a nod in Shang-Chi, because we see Wong in Shang-Chi apparently.
Yep. I hope so.
Maybe that's where he goes through the portal.
That's what I was thinking when I saw that. One of the scenes shows yellow lightning striking a car. Jamie Foxx's Electro in this movie is supposed to be yellow, not blue. They are Peter's holding some kind of when he punches them and does that Sorcerer Supreme thing where he punches him out of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like The ancient
Ancient
one with
one.
the Hulk. Yeah. There's a possible shot at the lizard.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I bet that is Scorpion, not the lizard.
It would make sense.
It makes more sense since they gave Scorpion a nod at the end of the first movie. So why wouldn't you bring that character back?
Right. There's another shot of the yellow lightning hitting sand that they're saying could be Electro versus Sandman. That's a lot to throw into one movie, although
it's also a lot to give away in the trailer. It's a lot of leaps.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Green Goblin bomb was one thing, and then the Hello Peter thing was another thing. Is he even talking to Tom Holland, or is this,
Andrew Garfield? Or...
It could be any one of them, and there's supposedly you could see Tobey Maguire in it if you slow it down at this point and turn upside down and hold your phone sideways and shake it the right way. And
I'm good.
I'm not diving deep into the trailer like that. I thought the trailer was awesome. I watched it a couple of times. It gave me a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it was good.
And the only other thing is if you haven't seen What If yet, we're gonna dive into that real fast to round out the show. The episode 3 of season 1 of What If. Did you enjoy this episode?
It was all right. I liked where it started. I didn't like where it ended. How about you? Overall,
I love Crazy Hank Pym.
It was fantastic.
I love Crazy Hank Pym. I thought the episode was better than the first episode, but not better than the second episode. So far, the second episode is like the bar for me with this series.
Yeah, and I think the weird thing is, so like, the question isn't like what was the what if?
I guess the what if is what if the Avengers never assembled, but they're all killed.
But that isn't the what if though, right?
What is the what if?
The what if is what if Hope Van Dyne joined S.H.I.E.L.D.
Is it? No. It's the title of the episode is "What if the world lost its mightiest heroes?"
Right,
but they hadn't formed yet.
That's not what changed.
No, what changed was the Hope Van Dyne part.
Right. That's your story.
Right.
Like that's your what if.
Right.
Because if that didn't change, then none of this changes. So like they're doing weird liberties with it, right? Because like that should have been the what if. Like it should have been a snap at the beginning, and this would have foreshadowed too much, which is why they didn't do it, right?
Right.
But you should have had Hope at the beginning. Hope's on a mission. Hope dies, and they put like 2006 or something on the screen, right?
Yeah.
10 years ago. That would have been cool. I liked what they did. Like I said, during the episode, I thought it was clever how they were killing people off. There's a little bit of intrigue as to who's doing it. I thought that was great. I didn't like the take they took on Loki.
No, that I didn't like that either. That doesn't really track with the character to me.
No, and it doesn't track that all of a sudden all of Asgard's with him.
Yeah, that doesn't track.
Because that means there's also a what if Loki was on the good side of Odin, right? Like there's a lot of other what ifs that they had to play in other than like what if this changed. It was what if all this other stuff changed, and like Loki and Lady Sif were together and the Warriors 3. Like no, that wasn't in the first Thor. Like
no,
they weren't friends then.
No, and it's weird. It was weird how they offed some of them. I mean, I dug the Coulson having a crush on Thor thing. That was kind of cute. That was neat.
And then his password though being I love Steve. Like it was weird what they were doing with Coulson.
Yeah, it was like they were trying to stay true to the movie guy, but at the same time change him up a little bit. If you're going to change him up a little bit, you got to change him up completely. Right?
But this is also Coulson that got Agent May.
Right.
Not it was just weird. All the like weird.
Yeah.
How into guys he was in it. Like that was a weird take on Coulson.
It was a little too much.
Yeah.
there's a lot of Easter eggs in this. Like there's a lot of if you go look on BuzzFeed, I'm flicking through it now. There's a ton of Easter eggs, which is, some of them are okay, some of them are just it's a stretch, and I'm not going to go through them all now. But in this series, in this episode, Captain America wasn't one of the first Avengers because the shield is still in the ice, and then Fury goes to get him at the end of the episode. So which Captain America is he going to get at this point? Are they going to interconnect now?
No, because he and Hawkeye brought back Peggy at the end of the first episode.
Okay.
Right? She went through the portal.
Right.
And just came normal to them.
Okay.
What I enjoyed most about the What If comics and what frustrates me about this show so far is all of these are like set up on cliffhangers. Whereas
Right.
the original comic and the beauty of the concept of the original comic was they told a self-contained story. And it was like this to this. And they wrapped it up. You didn't go, wow, I wonder what else is going to happen in that world. You didn't need to because they'd have like a 2-minute montage or a 2-page montage at the end that just wrapped shit up.
Right.
And that's what I feel like all of these episodes needed.
So I guess what they alluded to in this is when Hope went into S.H.I.E.L.D., the mission that she was killed on outside of Odessa, Ukraine, is the same one that Natasha should have been on, where the Winter Soldier shot through her to get to the person behind her, if you remember the story. So she says I was escorting a nuclear engineer out of Iran. Somebody shot out my tires near Odessa. So she was taking a nuclear engineer somewhere, and in the movies, the Winter Soldier confronts them there and shoots through her to kill the nuclear engineer that was his target. So Hope dies at that spot where Natasha never was. Cool, but like you said, they don't really wrap it all up. I mean, at the end, you have Captain Marvel come back.
The end's a cliffhanger, right? Because I think their principle, and I don't know because we haven't seen what they don't really like. I don't even know what the next episode is. So they don't really foreshadow the season that much. All the trailers they've been dropping are just more things of Coulson hitting on Thor for his hair.
I think this episode is going to be the Tony Stark one with Killmonger. Is What If 4.
So, but a lot of these are going to be sequels.
Right. And that's, again,
so I don't know if out of these 10 episodes, it's going to be 5 new and 5 sequels. Or what?
I don't need that, though.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would have preferred 10 standalone stories that were nicely tied at the end with the bow. Like, they can do it. They do it in comics all the time.
Right.
They're one-offs. That's what this is supposed to be.
I guess maybe they're afraid that they're going to lose people.
And I definitely don't have a thread going through everything yet.
Right.
Like there was rumor that Doctor Strange was going to be a thread going through all these.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. And there's nothing to interconnect them. Like I said, unless, I know they can't. There's nothing interconnecting them at all unless it's going to start to come over the next couple episodes. Maybe the last 2 or 3 will interconnect, and that's where you're going to get your Guardians of the Timeline thing.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with it. I'm mostly disappointed with the show at this point, but I think they've done some good things. Episode 2 is great.
Yeah.
But the cliffhanger ended up on now. Like, how are we gonna wrap that up?
Well, he apparently recorded a lot of
Kurt
stuff.
Russell.
Chadwick did. No, Chadwick.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Chadwick Boseman did, but yeah, that Kurt Russell. Like, that's not a. I don't know. I don't know. I enjoy it, but you're right. There's the cliffhanger part of it is to keep you coming back for more when you don't need that. You just need to say, hey, this is the next episode coming out. People are going to come back for it.
Right. Like that legit. Like that's it, right? Like the What If comics were like, because we want to show you this other cool stuff, we don't need you to be intrigued other than here's the title for the next episode. We don't need you to come back to follow the storyline.
People are invested in these characters. They're going to come back whether you cliffhanger it or not.
Yeah, I think a lot of what they keep doing, which I don't know that they need to do because their audience is obviously already huge. They seem to keep doing things to broaden their audience.
Right.
Which
you don't need to do that.
I don't know that Marvel needs to with their movies and their brand right now.
No, people are happy with I guess.
So I think they need to do some stuff that's just for what's there instead of trying to.
Well, not everybody's happy with Marvel. Scarlett's not happy.
That's right. She also they replaced her with Lake Bell, who does the voice for Poison Ivy in Harley Quinn.
Did you real fast before we wrap up? Did you? I read that apparently the ending to Black Widow there was an alternate ending that they had where they were going to actually have the whistle answered, where she whistles that whistle. They were going to have Natasha actually answer it, like as in she's not dead. But they went there, like they left that they were going to leave that door open where maybe it wasn't Natasha or it was someone, but because of all of this legal business going on, that door's kind of closed for good now. There's
but that all happened.
They were gonna you have the multiverse coming up, so you can bring her. You could have brought her back.
No. But I mean, but all the legal stuff happened after the film was released,
right?
So they didn't cut it because.
Right. But that's the reason. She was done anyway after that movie. Even she said it. She was done, but regardless of her legal stuff.
Well, and clearly she was, because the people that were done didn't do their own voices in What If.
Right. None of them did.
No.
I don't. Did Chris Hemsworth do it? No, he didn't. But he
was ready to, but they didn't give him any lines in that episode.
Right.
And he's not done. He has Thor 4 coming out.
Right. And Dave Bautista was upset that they didn't ask him, and only the directors and the producers and all said, we actually did ask you. We sent out a letter. We let everybody know.
Who did his voice then? Somebody else did his voice as the bartender?
It wasn't him.
They did a damn fine job of.
Yep. Some of them you just really, if you're not really paying attention, you don't notice.
Yeah. All right.
But that's it. We don't have a whole lot today. I mean, we still ended up going an hour. But
what do you got coming up this weekend? Anything?
No, I got football draft tomorrow.
That's exciting.
Yes, first time in this football league. Cool. The Duke Silver Trio is the name of the team.
It's exciting.
Duke Silver from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to watch that.
I know it. It's his alternate identity.
Yes.
Yeah. That's when he becomes
other than that,
smooth saxophone player.
Yeah, I got nothing like at all. What about you?
Well, I'm playing at Crossroads in Percy again Friday night. Love that place.
I saw that.
So come out, kick off the holiday weekend with me, and
this weekend
you can find me Labor Day's next Monday, bud.
I have off.
The kids are starting school this week, so it's a crazy week.
Oh yeah.
But you can find me for that and everything else at jackkidmusic.com. You can always find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, wherever you want to find us at Geek Spot News. We appreciate you all coming. You can also find us the audio-only version. Tell a friend to go listen on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, anywhere you listen to your podcasts. And
my life.
Anywhere that you get your podcast, make sure you give us a 5-star rating, drop us a review, and all that at Geek Spot News. And we thank you all for finding the Geek Spot with us again this week. Everybody have a great week and a great holiday. Happy Labor Day.
We'll see you later.